Stuck in my. What is going on, everybody? It is the What to Do podcast here, and we got a guy that's just I can't get him off this podcast.
No, you can't.
No, dude, it's one of my favorite people, man. Myles, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Appreciate you having me again, bro.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
the guy that says or never says no, man. So it's always easy to. I didn't even need to prep with Myles. If you guys honestly just saw our text messages prepping for this, it was, can you, we had a long conversation on the phone like last week, and then kind of like basically what we're going to talk about. And then I texted him, hey, you still good for Saturday? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. I called him up and I was like, yeah, we weren't even talking about the podcast. We were just talking about NBA stuff. And then all of a sudden, hey, you still good for Saturday? Yeah, I'm good. And then, hey, you good for 10 or 11? You're like, 10 or 11 sounds good. I was like, all right, 11. And here we are now.
Here we are now. This is what it does. It's easy, man.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. First big thing this weekend that got released. If you guys don't know, we're big J. Cole fans. Definitely want to give my flowers to Myles and Ryan for introducing me to J. Cole. The reason why this, getting in before we kind of get into how we kind of felt about the album, the reason why this album I think meant a lot to me is because I started to see I was remembering the beginning. Like, I wasn't in the come up. I wasn't in the moments of like listening to J. Cole when nobody was listening to him. I listened to him like right as Born Center came out. Myles and Ryan were like, dude, you have to go. You have to listen to it. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, he's got a unibrow. Like, I just, you're like, no, dude, like, he's better than any rapper that you're listening to. I guarantee it. And I think at that time I was listening to like ASAP Rocky, for sure
Wayne.
Drake,
Wayne was
probably
your guy,
Lil Wayne heavy.
Yeah.
I liked M's like older stuff. So The Game, 50 Cent.
Dude,
So
I love The Game. Oh,
yeah,
man.
but he always starts his freestyles out with red, white roses or whatever. He's the same line every time.
Every time, dude.
But looking back, man, like, what a cool journey for me as a Cole fan, and leading up to this, the beef, I just everything, always sticking up for J. Cole. I feel like you and me have always been like, no, this guy is the best. And however you want to define the best, I think this is the first time I really actually did not care what anybody had to feel about J. Cole. It was kind of like, don't ruin my parade, man. I'm going to have fun listening to this album.
Right.
I'm going to enjoy what J. Cole's trying to teach me in this album. And I felt like this album was a lot of that, where his mindset was at. Disc 1, a lot about him going back to North Carolina and his town and kind of refinding himself as a human being, not just as a rapper, like a human being.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we the Drakes, the Kendricks, we put them up like on a pedestal, and sometimes we forget that they're humans. Like, they're just like us, they're just spitting rhymes. And I think seeing like that side of Cole was really cool. There's definitely some songs in there that I was like,
Questionable.
look, I wanted to skip really bad, but I listened to it.
Yeah.
I think what was it? Let Out or whatever?
The Let Out. That's the one,
Yeah.
dude. Cole,
if I could talk to Cole right now, I'd just say,
hey, bud,
you just need to leave that one out.
I don't know how
the
I got
leave
released.
out. The leave out.
Yeah. And I don't know if anybody I don't know if you mentioned the title of the album, the Fall Off that just came out yesterday or Thursday night, I guess, if you're on the West Coast. So no, I agree. I think this album, again, it brings you back. For those that are huge J. Cole fans, or at least want to be, and you kind of heard like the blizzard and you didn't know what to expect from this specific album, I would just say take it with, like, go into this album like you, as if you've never heard J. Cole before, and then get that perspective. Because what happens is you kind of caught up in social media, you get caught up with certain things. The album itself, to me, didn't have a lot of bangers, and I think people were wanting that
Mhm.
after the Drake and Kendrick beef. But what you get is you get you get caught up in wanting to hear him just go hard after hard after, as if it was an entire diss track, as if it was an entire um hate track, as if it was like an apology. Like, none of that. Go into it as if it's just an album. Take it for granted. You're gonna hear a couple of bangers, but most of it's just great storytelling. And I think people that are true J. Cole fans understand that. People that are true J. Cole fans like you and I, like, love it, will appreciate it, and will definitely give it more of a listen as well. It's only been
Mhm.
a day, but I can, easily compartmentalize and say, look, I really enjoyed that. 85 to 90% of this album, like, very well. Has songs on repeat. And like you said, there's some songs, gosh, they're like really long winded, or like 6 minutes, and you're like, okay, the second half of this was great, but the first half, hey, J. Cole, I don't know what
Yep.
you're trying to do. I don't know what your message is. And sometimes it's hard when you love a lyricist, or you love, artists that tell stories, because you want to understand what was your intent for this literal moment. You believe everything is like intentional, right? And
Yeah.
so that's how it felt. And the let out, I don't care if it was intentional or not. That song, unfortunately, J.
Mm-mm.
Cole just,
It wasn't it.
it wasn't
And
it.
I think that's a fair, like, I think that's the hard thing is, like, when you get to this point of your career, like J. Cole, what else can you do? What else
Yeah.
can you do to, like, make fans happy? And he put out 4 smokers in a mixtape. 4 smokers. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, he smoked those beats. He did such an awesome job.
Absolutely.
Um, and us, I think us as fans, and I don't know about you, but I catch myself going, I want 10 more smokers. Like,
I mean, yeah, that's just
I,
unfortunate. I
and it,
do.
and
Yeah.
it, to be fair to J. Cole is like, man, like, that's hard to do. You already to tell someone to do like a full album of full smokers and just killing it. It sometimes you got to vibe, and I feel like this album is a vibe. You got to lay in your room, you got to turn it on while you're doing laundry. It's like it's it takes me back to, like, I guess that's why when I listen to it, like, it took me back to, like, when I'd be at home with my mom, or like you'd be at home just like watching TV or something, something's playing around in the background, and that's,
Just
I think
chilling.
that's what we miss in music sometimes. Like, sometimes just having on like music that can we could just all vibe to, and we don't have to be like always on 10, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
I
and I
mean,
think that was so beautiful about it.
absolutely.
Because I had my cousin Tessa like text me about it, and she was just like, "No, like, I can actually listen to this like in the car, like with my kids, and like it just kind of feels like you can vibe out to this." And like sometimes when rap, we've gotten so like, I want to see blood. I want the beef. He's told us how he felt about the beef. He's told
Right.
us,
People
like,
want more answers.
I wanted to be about skill set. I didn't want it to be about tarnishing. And he went after tarnishing Kendrick, and he felt horrible. I don't know if you've ever felt in your moment in your life, Miles, where like you say something bad about someone, or like you get to a point where you say something horrible, or and in that moment you're sitting there like, man, I should probably just call that person up and tell them I'm sorry, but you don't. You wait years, um,
Yeah.
and time goes by, and then all of a sudden you go, man, like I wish I would have just texted him at that moment. And I think that was J. Cole. I think he just pulled the trigger and said, I'm gonna diss this guy. And then he dissed him and he said, that's not me. Like, as a human, not
Yeah,
as a
as a
rapper,
human. No, rapper,
as like a
he went
human.
in. He went in as
Because
a rapper.
as a rapper, I felt like he started it off. That was a warning shot. That was a nice warning shot. It was like, okay, here we go.
Like, don't
Um,
play. Like,
but
yeah.
but the way that that beef was going, it was going to be about who can tarnish each other, who can. It's not about the skill set. people wouldn't have been looking at the bars. People would have been looking at more, how can I embarrass him in a video? How can
Right.
I say how he's not a good father? How can I say he beats his wife? How can I it would have went bad, and I felt like, yeah, J. Cole, I think we'll have to live with that. But I think he's at peace, and you could see it in this album. He's just at peace. We all know we could do what he could do. And I think this album wasn't about what I can do. It's more about what I've done. And appreciate what I've done in my career. And it was for his fans, and it was for the people that have never really, really listened to him.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my take on it. And um, me and Myles kind of talked about doing a review about it sometime. About reviewing the whole album and kind of going through some songs that we really like, songs that we um one off the dome right now that I like. It's a smoker is a Poor Thing. Like that
Dude,
it
Poor
is
Thing's great.
dang.
It's great,
But it's
bro.
also storytelling too, so like it's so good. Safety, um
Safety. I mean, obviously you got who the is this or is
yeah.
you? Who the F is you?
Is this
Uh
who
yeah.
is
I
this?
just love the beat was already starting off hard, but then that second again, the second half, he kicked it up a notch. And I said, oh, I was not
Yeah.
prepared for where this was going. And yeah, I guess like before, obviously we'll do a deeper dive later on another podcast, but kind of last thing I want to say about this is like I mean, he even mentioned, perspective, right? He's a perspective rapper as well. So he also talked about the Big and Tupac situation. Again,
Yeah,
it's like
beautiful, man. I loved it.
it was well, I think it was Safety, right? Was that Safety?
No, that
I
was
can't remember the
it was
actual
on the
title.
second disc. It was What If?
What if? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What if? That's exactly right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And and again, it's like it ties back to what you said, right? It's like you have this beef, and it's not about skill set anymore. It's about tarnishing the person, and people want bloodshed. There was nothing lyrically that was done within that beef that was like, yo, like this bar is crazy. It was more of like the hype of it. And even then, like if anybody remembers the beef or was part of it, like luckily nothing happened to either of the guys, but like
I mean,
there were
someone did get
people.
shot.
Some
Yeah.
yeah, and it was Drake's bodyguard, right? So someone went to Drake or a group of people went to Drake's house to try to do harm. And for what? Right? So that's not about skill set. And while J.
Yeah.
Cole is sitting back, chilling, not getting bothered, right? The worst thing that's coming out of it are people going, "Oh, he just bowed out of the beef, but he's not top one, but he's still in the top three. We know lyrically he's still there. No one's denying any of that. But now it's time, like, are you number one? Right? And so I think people, again, I think this will mesh and it will mold over and people will then appreciate I think J. Cole long after he's like done with rapping because these are actual lyrics you can listen to with your family, with your kids, and then also you might even relate to. And so
Mhm.
um of course, like, is it you're gonna win Grammys and hype? No, hype is what's gonna win you awards nowadays. And so that's just not he's not true to that. He's true to hip hop. He's true to skill. And he's true to his fans. And so I think ultimately he's also caring about his family. You don't want like what I say should not impact my family. And now if I'm Drake's family, if I'm Kendra's family, like now like you're like your situation, your beef is now mixed like with us. And how do you think that makes us feel? That's
Yeah.
not how it should work. It's about skill set. Me and you, mano y mano. But yeah, like you said, people just want that back and forth battle rap of words that, how do I absolutely destroy this human being with wordplay?
Well,
Um,
I think that's why it was such a cool track to do the What If, to
yeah, it's
pair
perfect.
the Biggie and Tupac, and kind of paralleling a little bit of what happened in 2024. Um, like I just I we lost two really good rappers out of that Biggie and Tupac thing. Um, two people died in the end of it, and
Right.
sometimes we want to glorify that moment, but two people died. We don't know exactly who killed them all and stuff, but we lost two really good pioneers in the rap game. Um, and that's why this this album I look at kind of like how Tupac was like the Tupac that I love was him singing about his mom, storytelling. Yes, California Love is awesome. It's a banger. Hit 'em up, a banger, but also like one of the biggest rap beef songs of all time.
Yeah,
Um,
that was
but
real.
man, like I love, and it's just maybe me. Some people love to listen to Kendrick. I like to listen to Kendrick when it was like the Damn album, Mad City. He was more. So when people were like, "Oh, did you like Big Steppers?" and I'm like, "No, not at all,"
Mm,
because I wasn't listening to Kendrick for his art. Um, I was more listening to it for his storytelling and like really cool beats and that West Coast feel. J. Cole, I've always listened to, like Wet Dreams is like one of my favorite songs of all time. Like it paints such a perfect picture of what a boy is going through at that age and
yeah.
trying to talk to girls. And how do you tell a girl that you're yo, I've done it before,
Yeah.
but you
How do you
haven't.
stay cool? It's still
How do you
yeah,
stay cool? And he just paints that picture so well. And Friday Night Lights, like he has so many good songs in there too that, man, it just he paints such a perfect picture. And I just felt like this was a really cool cap on like on his career. We might see J. Cole later, I
yeah.
really do. I just think this wrapped up his
Who he
trying to
is,
pursue the
yeah.
top. He can't pursue the top anymore. Um, and I think he said it in like one of the songs. I think it was like, oh man, something the mountaintop or something like that. And he was just kind of talking about it. He's like, I thought the top was different. I thought it was going to make me feel different. It didn't. It made him feel not good.
Yeah.
So I could appreciate his honesty, I'm glad to be a J. Cole fan and listening to the album, listening to the songs, like for sure the Let Out, like I might actually delete that. Like I'm not a fan of
Oh,
it.
man, yeah, I gotta get
It
rid of
just
that.
doesn't sound good to me. I don't think I'll ever like it, but
I tried. I really tried to like
but
I
there's
was
some songs on there like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give that a second listen. Like
yeah.
39 intro in the beginning, like I'm like, dang, what is going on
Let me
here?
study this real quick,
Let
you
me
know?
study it,
That
but
guitar,
what is
what's
going
happening?
on?
Who is this dude? Who is this
But
dude?
when he
Yeah.
gets into it, man, it's like, okay, like I don't know. It's just um I'm not gonna try to tell people that J. Cole's the best anymore. I know who he is to me.
Yeah.
Um
I'ma always think
a-
he's the best.
and
So,
I think back then I used to always try to tell people he's the best, he's the best. I want you to feel what I feel when I listen to his music and when he's doing that mixtape. It's like I show people the freestyle that he did on LA Leakers, and
yeah.
I'm like, guys, are you
Ugh,
listening to this?
this
And people are
is
like, yeah, but that's just like, it's not the best
yeah.
beats in the world. I'm
That
like, you don't like Still Tippin'? You don't like Until Infinity? Like, what? Those are awesome beats in
yeah.
rap game. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, but his Sonic was just off, Like, it feels like people are always going to hate on him, and it doesn't matter what he does. And this has been all the way to Born Center. Like, it kind of feels like he's always been trying to keep up. Um, and I think, and this is just my personal opinion, Drake said it perfect. Uh-oh. Kendrick said something, give him a Grammy. Like, I really do think whatever Kendrick puts out, people are going to love. Um,
Especially now.
Especially now. When I feel like there's been some certain projects for J. Cole that I'm like, might delete later, in my opinion. Had some really good songs, but at the same time, um, wasn't a fan of some of them.
Yeah.
Um, some of the off season I didn't really like. Uh, Same with For Your Eyes. For Your Eyes is like
That was a good
definitely a
one.
little bit more closer to like this album. Kind
Yeah.
of meant something to him, but it's not. I could be real and say that J. Cole's had some songs where you're like, but some
Questionable.
people are like, the Big Steppers, really? Come on, guys. Let's be honest with ourselves. That ain't a good album.
No,
And To Pimp a Butterfly, come on, name some
bro.
songs that you guys are banging every day. You're not. So it's hard. It's hard when you talk to
It
other fans, but I think I finally just realized I don't want to fight about it anymore. I don't really want to.
doesn't go anywhere.
I
You're fighting
I just
against
want to enjoy this music that is out. And when
right,
J. Cole puts music out, I'm always just going to try to enjoy it. Like
right.
he's trying to make me enjoy the music, and sometimes I'm not gonna like it. Like the Let Out, that's absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
I just
awful. It wasn't even him. I don't know who it was. It was a filler. I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what this is, but let
interlude.
it
It
out."
should have been called or something.
Should have just been never left the studio. Someone
Yeah,
should have said, "Hey, bro, like you're king, but this
yeah,
song, just that one. That I think that was the one that I could say,
for sure, for sure. I could say that wasn't it.
like all of it, you know." So, but yeah, for those that want to give it a listen, there are some songs that maybe start off like, What is this?" Give it a listen because a lot of it, the second half of the songs are kind of fire. So it kind of mixes up.
Roll your freaking window down and just go down the Silver Strand, or I don't know, man. Just
Silver
right
Strands.
at dusk, man. Just listen to the album and just relax.
Yeah,
I
man.
think that's what it is. It's just the music makes you
You could vibe.
relax a
You
little
could
bit.
literally work and have parts of his songs just in the background. Like
Yeah,
it's
just pay
great flow,
attention and
great
listen,
story.
man. Just
Yeah,
relax.
yeah.
But alrighty, well, we're getting into a topic I'm a little bitter about. Um, the Super Bowl. Myles, I should be there. Dang it. I was so bummed, Myles, but
Yeah.
we won't talk too much about it. Looking at the Super Bowl right now, we got the Seattle I don't even want to say their name.
Seahawks. I
Seahawks.
got you.
Seahawks, and we got the Patriots.
Yeah.
Um Seahawks, I mean, to people that don't know much about football or anything, the Seahawks right now have a very explosive offense and kind of two players, I would say. If Sam Darnold is on and Jigba or whatever, if he's on, dude, it's a wrap. That guy is just he's too open every time. You just look at him and you're like,
One of the best
dang.
receivers I've ever seen. Just from a
Yeah,
route
he's
running,
yeah.
hands, speed, just everything. Just
I think what
it's
sets him
amazing.
apart is it's kind of like that Puka kind of feel that he just knows where the defense is not. Like he's
Hmm.
just like he fits those gaps really well and he understands the defense. His route running is top shelf. Um yeah, and if and then Sam Darnold, you know, he's had a good playoff. Um yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then on the other side of the ball, you got Drake May, um still a very young quarterback. Um I I don't want to, you know, diss the Patriots too much, but they've had kind of an easy schedule. But when they played in the playoffs, they played two really good defenses. Um,
Hmm.
so yes, the Broncos without, you know, Bo Nix
And it was snowing like crazy.
and
So
snowing, but the man, uh, they played two really good defenses and still came out on top. So, um,
yeah.
Mike Vrabel is a first time year coach for the Patriots. He's coached the Titans. I want to say maybe like 3 years ago or whatever.
Something like that.
Um, but interesting to see this Super Bowl. What are your thoughts, kind of Myles, going into the Super Bowl? Who's going to be some standouts, and who do you think is going to make the biggest difference, like a key player, you know, on both sides of the ball for each team?
Offensively, I think, they're gonna try. The Patriots have a really good defense, so they're gonna really try to put Christian Gonzalez, who's a great corner, on Njigba. So because of that, like, you're gonna have to see probably Rashid Shaheed step up. You're gonna have to see, when I say step up, like he's done well in the playoffs, but he's gonna have to probably be a difference maker.
Hmm.
And Kenneth Walker, that man I think is underrated, because Charbonnet's out for, he's the other running back for Seattle. I think Walker's gonna be huge. He's gonna have to be huge in like maybe the pass game. I think that's gonna be, that's gonna have to make a difference. Like
Mhm.
screenplays, flats. I think and then Sam Darnold, I think he's just gonna have to. He's just not gonna have to turn the ball over. That was the biggest issues with the first two games the Patriots played. Like you play, the Chargers, and they just have no O line. So I mean, at that point,
But
Justin
still, like,
Herbert was just getting
besides
destroyed.
besides the Chargers, like, their offensive line, they're kinda right there. Like, if they could get some offensive line pieces, um, they're kinda
Yeah,
right
well,
there.
they're right there.
Maybe get some wide receivers, but they're, like, a couple, maybe 4 pieces away. If they sign some good people in the free agency, I could see them being, um, a little bit more of a danger. But
Yeah.
anyways,
If
sorry.
they block, no, you're good. If they
Yeah.
block, yeah, they'd be because I think Justin Herbert, who apparently got an MVP vote this year.
That's wild.
Stop it. Stop. I think it was Sam something that did it. He troll. But anywho,
He
so
just didn't like Stafford or Dre at all.
he just said, nah,
Drake.
give it. I'm like, bro, why did you okay, anywho. Um, no, but shout out to
That's
Matthew
ridiculous,
Stafford.
dude. What is going on?
Shout out to Matthew Stafford for winning MVP, bro. At his age, it's kind of insane. So I would say like that's just kind of on the offensive side for the Seattle. Defensive side, I'm thinking obviously Christian Gonzalez. Like everybody's gonna have to man up, but I think he's gonna have the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Now if you go to Patriots offense, I'm gonna tell you, Drake May. I heard he has a shoulder injury
Yeah.
leading into this, which is probably why the spread is more towards Seattle. I think he's going to have to not turn the ball over. He's done that too many times this playoffs. Luckily, his defense has held the opposing offenses like turnover battle and to like less than 20 points. The problem is you're going in Seattle. And if they are clicking early and often, that to me bodes a problem because Seattle's defense, they man, that like Mike McDonald's got that defense wrapped, bro. Like they are underrated. They're fast. They hit hard. They swarm, and so I think
What
Drake
is it, like,
May is going to be the
Emmanuel or their corner?
for Seattle.
Yeah, I'm forgetting his name.
Uh,
Emmanuel something.
I know it's not Forbes, but I know they have Tariq Woolen in the back who runs a 4-2, and I forgot their
Shoot.
corners' names,
It's
but
it's
they
a guy that
fly.
they've had for, like, a year or
Yeah. I know you're talking about because they're almost like lockdown. It's kind
Yeah,
of, but because their front four, right? Their front four is gets to the quarterback, so they don't really have time. Like he's not gonna have time. So I think like somehow I have Seattle winning ultimately.
same.
Would I be surprised if the Patriots won? No. Let's hope the game is fair. Let's hope the game is good. Let's hope no injuries occur. Everybody, if they started now and finish the game, I have Seattle. They're just a better team. Um, what
Yeah,
alarmed me was kind of the discipline on Seattle's defense against the Rams.
yeah.
Um, Now again, they played what that'll be the third time this year they played. So at some point you're gonna crack the fence a little bit, like how you know what they're looking for. So if they could stay disciplined, not getting into some stupid foul trouble, or not foul trouble, that's basketball, but more of like penalties.
Mhm.
I really think Seattle, if they don't beat themselves, they win this game. We'll see what transpires, but I don't have a dog in this fight whatsoever.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the Patriots pull it off. I think some people are like, "Wow, I just think Seattle's gonna run with it." I'm like, "Yeah, they might if they click early." If they click early, I think it's gonna be hard for the Patriots to keep up.
Yeah.
But if the Patriots stop them in their tracks and it's a ugly game, I think the Patriots have a chance to win
If it's
if it's an
close to the
ugly.
fourth quarter,
If it's
that's when it
yeah,
gets
if
scary.
Sam Darnold's turning it over and the defense of the Patriots are putting the Patriots offense in good position,
Hmm.
um, I think we could have a game. I think we could have a really good game, a defensive game more than an offensive game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm with you. I kind of feel like Seattle's gonna win this one. I am rooting for the Patriots. I will never root for the Seahawks. It's so crazy that people don't understand that. I'm like, do you watch football? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, then why would I ever root for them? And they're like, well, because they're in your division. And I'm like, that don't make a
because
difference.
first off, if they're in your division, then that's a reason to not root for them.
Yes.
But
Now, I do understand when people make this argument, they're like, well, if the Seahawks win, then that makes you look pretty good because you lost to the Super Bowl
yeah,
champions. And I'm like, yes, I agree with that. But did I want to lose to the Super Bowl champions? No. Do I want them to win a Super Bowl? No, I don't. Um, people are like, you don't like the 49ers? No.
how
No.
about the Cardinals? Like, stop.
The Cardinals are okay. They're decent,
They
subpar.
once they
When
become
they
good,
start becoming good, I will be like, okay,
I hate
let's
you.
move the 49ers down and then let's move the Cardinals up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I have the Seahawks winning, but I'm pulling for the Patriots. What about you? I know you said Seahawks winning, but who are you pulling for?
Honestly, like, I got a couple people I work with that are huge Patriot fans, so I'm like, cool, I'll root for them. Again, like, I don't personally care if I would love to see Diggs win his ring along with Vrabel. I have no problem with the Patriots. I love like kind of how their team is and the makeup. They're dogs. Same with Seattle. Seattle, I have no like. It's one of those things
Yeah.
where, Sam Darnold's been talked about, been passed around like a blunt, and he's showing up and he's in a Super Bowl. And I love Kenneth Walker. Like I love that defense. So I just
He's been smoked way too
he's been
much.
so like it'd be like nice to see him finally get a ring and get people to get off his back about is he a good quarterback and makes
Yeah.
Minnesota looks worse. So like personally, Lou, like I truly don't care. I think I'm just gonna root for the Patriots because again, I have a couple coworkers that are Patriot fans that are like really
Yeah.
nervous about this Sunday. So because of that, yeah. But like, am I losing sleep? Nope.
Same here.
Uh,
Like Seattle wins, I'm not gonna be mad. I like to see a good Super Bowl.
yeah, just a good soup, please. No injuries. What makes me nervous is in Santa Clara, and I know the 49ers are the most injury prone team ever. I just hope everybody makes it through, no injuries. Like, I don't want to see Christian Gonzalez go down first. Like,
Yeah.
like now Jake was going to go off. It's just one of those inevitables, right? I don't want to see Sam Darnold because he has an oblique injury, gets hit the wrong way, he's out. You're like, this is not what I want to see.
Yeah, Drake May with his shoulder, like something crazy.
Yeah, he
It's just like,
falls on it. You're like, oh, now we got to put in this second. You're like, I'm not, and so
yeah.
I'm already not as hyped for the Super Bowl than years past. I'm just not. For some
Yeah.
reason, it's a weird like Super Bowl Sunday.
It's in San Francisco, bro. Like we're gonna see a lot of gay stuff too. Where it's gonna be a lot of gay pride. It really is, bro. They got Bad Bunny out there. He is
halftime performance
fruity
too.
patootie,
There
dude.
we
Like
go. Album of the year though. Shout out Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny.
no, no, he's Diddy's dude. No,
Oh, then
can't.
that's the case. Yeah, I no support.
Yeah, he's one of Diddy's dudes for
Oh
sure.
man, yeah, I didn't know that.
He got diddlered.
Oh, he got P diddlered.
Yeah, P diddlered. No, to me, like there's gonna be a lot going on
Yeah,
in the pride situation.
halftime performance, like
Man, do not be surprised if he's doing some stuff that you're gonna have to shield kids' eyes and stuff.
look, I don't, I'm already not hyped for the game. We'll see if I even watch halftime. I probably will just to see
past
it.
couple
But
halftimes I haven't even really watched. I was really disappointed in Rihanna's because she was pregnant, so I didn't get
right,
my Rihanna that I loved,
right, that I love, bro. She's been
that I
pregnant forever.
love.
She's like Bonnie from Family Guy, bro. Get her out. Get it out.
Kiss it, I was waiting for that, and then all of a sudden she's coming out of the tunnel pregnant. I'm like,
This is not what I needed this time. Yeah.
no. And then it was Kendrick last year, and
Kendrick's last year was hype, but it was kind of
it was
crazy.
hype, but I was just so over it.
Yeah. That
And then
song
we
was
have
played
Bad
too
Bunny this
much.
time. Gosh, I'd rather have, and Tessa, here you go. I'd rather have Taylor Swift this year. I really would.
That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
It is, bro. I'd rather be singing Taylor Swift, I guess.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny just He's got 2 hits from me, but
All right, real quick. Mm-hmm.
what's up, Miss
No worries.
Nolan?
You want to come say hi, Cody?
Hi,
She said no.
Custer.
What's
I
up?
had my headphones on. I'd have to.
I look at him representing.
Uh,
Are you guys on your podcast?
yes,
Yeah,
Oh,
you're on there
what's
now.
up, podcast?
I'm trying to.
We're keeping
get
this
it
all
to,
in too, Myles.
There we go. Say something, Cody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Speakers. Oh,
Tell
this
me
one.
what you're
I'll
willing
go back
to
there. Say something
do.
again, Cody.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, baby? How
What's
are
going
you?
on?
You look
How's
good,
my mama?
Custer.
How's my mama?
Okay, I'm going over aunties.
Oh, okay. Have fun. Yeah,
We're keeping that all in.
keeping that on.
You look nice today.
That's Mrs. Nolan, dude. She's the best.
Hey, shout out, moms, bro.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bad Bunny, trash. No.
I mean, honestly, like, it's just, you know, I don't know Spanish, so I don't.
Yeah,
listen to him.
it's just sitting there. We're just gonna be listening to beats and go. That's cool.
It's crazy because
that
former coworker. Shout out to Aisha. She was before she left the company. She was like, she showed me a couple songs for with Bad Bunny that she liked. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like the songs she actually introduced me to were like, okay, this beat's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Do
He's
I
got some fire beats.
Do I know what he's saying? Nah. But if you win if you win album of the year, then I'll be like, let me listen to what you got. I haven't really heard too much about it. Same with
Tyler,
Taylor
the
Swift.
Creator. Have you listened to him?
Oh no, I have.
Then
but
stop
no,
it.
But no.
He won album of the year 2 times, and
Oh, that's...
people been giving him a little too much credit. Yes, I'm sure he's an entrepreneur and he knows how to like his type of rep is for those type of people, but he went up against DJ Khaled 2 years in a row, and DJ Khaled's been nominated.
Okay, see, first off, who's voting for like what's happening?
We're the best. I mean, really?
I mean, like I was
really look at us
as a hype artist. DJ Khaled had a moment. If you're talking about just like he's just a DJ and he's hype, like if there's an award for that, you're like, okay, cool.
I'm so hood. Like Ace Hood, when Ace Hood was popping, I was like, okay,
there we go.
DJ Khaled was popping.
Yeah.
I put my hands on my waist. I never dance when I'm in this place. I'm so hood. And DJ Khaled, we're the best. I mean, that's
all
my
he did.
Stepbrother, DJ Khaled. Like people, that's my celebrity that we're brothers with, for sure.
DJ Khaled.
Yes, I get some DJ Khaled like oh man, like you and DJ Khaled, you kind of like that's your celebrity lookalike. I'm like,
okay.
Dang, that hurts.
That's
I'm so hood.
No, I wouldn't say DJ Khaled. I guess because I don't know DJ Khaled, but like I just not that I don't respect him. I respect anybody that knows how to make money, music. Trust me, it's just part of him. It's one of those things where. So I've seen him on. Have you ever watched like Hot Ones? What Hot Ones is when you have a guy who
that I love
interviews
that show.
and you watch and so they're eating wings,
hot wings.
Yeah, and so there's a challenge to eat all these wings. For those that don't know, each wing gets hotter and hotter. This is a celebrity show. The interviewer, forgot his name, Scott, maybe I can't remember, but he asks questions.
Dude, he's really good. I feel like he's a really good interviewer.
Great interviewer, great questions. They do a lot of great research, and he's really good with his flow. And basically, you try to get through all the wings without needing water or milk, and just kind of finish it. And each wing gets hotter. Well, DJ Khaled was on that show. He couldn't get really halfway, and he said, and he said, I still won. And they asked him, they're like, what do you mean you won? Like you literally lost.
Winning.
He's like, do you understand? I still won. I challenged myself and I won. I'm telling myself to stop. That is self-control. I turned it off. I said, you literally lost. The competition is he made his own rules. And that's where I'm like, yeah, so if I'm hearing you're getting compared to DJ Khaled,
I'm telling you, bro, I could do it as Halloween. Like Halloween, I could be DJ Khaled.
Okay.
Come on, look at me.
All right, say less. I guess that. Okay.
I bet you I could do a DJ Khaled for throw some glasses on, throw some clothes on that look like they're just silky. They're always just so silky.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, I'll probably get Mark Henry. What are we doing?
That one's pretty good. The face, yeah, but Mark Henry, dude, he was a problem, and he was a
Oh, he's a
problem.
problem.
Dude, imagine picking that dude up. Like if you could pick that dude up.
No, he was a problem. He was strong.
I don't even. Has he ever been picked up? Like I know the Big Show got picked up.
Yeah, which is insane because he's 7 foot, like 400 pounds or something.
I think it was Brock picked him up.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
or no, I think it was Goldberg. Goldberg was juiced to the gills, dude. Just
juice to the gills, bro.
Remember, there was Impact, TNT Impact,
yeah,
wrestling.
Uh-huh.
There was a dude on that would wear he'd wear this gold thing on his head, and it would come down like a guard. That dude was so jacked. I can't remember his name.
Who is this guy? Man, it's been so long, bro, since I've even looked at wrestling.
He was so jacked. And he looked all of 70 years old, just so jacked.
Just, you know what's crazy is like, I mean, do you ever, just kind of on a side note, do you ever like, not regret, but like question, because back in
life choices, yes, all the time.
It's just like, how did we get so duped into loving WWE?
I honestly think about it all the time, Myles, because it's so, I think because now it's bad. I would say the storylines are still kind of there for them now.
Yeah.
I hear the storylines are not bad, but I look at the years that we used to like it, like, what was I watching? Like,
we used to play the games, bro. Like we were.
I still play. I play the new game.
Is it good?
It's fun. It feels like the old one.
Better moves, or more moves.
Oh, you'd love it. There's a million of them. There's so many animations.
Dude, I gotta play it just for fun. I think I've stayed away from it just because I don't know any of the characters or the players.
That's the problem. Is some of the characters I'm like, I have no idea who you are. DGT, and you're like, who are you?
My enemy.
And he's wearing the most bright colors that you've ever seen on the color chart. Just
oh man, I gotta.
And everybody's teamed up. Everyone's teamed up. There's like 17 teams, and I'm like, what is this team thing?
Oh,
you know how there's like the bloodline, like Roman Reigns and all his people.
Yeah.
Like back then when we'd watch, you'd have like DX. You'd have a couple like Team Evolution.
Yeah,
all together.
A couple, but like it was maybe a 10%.
This is like the New Day, and they're all just happy black dudes. I just don't understand. I want to see black dudes mad. I don't want to see them happy.
Oh, they're happy, they're smiling.
They're just too happy about life. I want to see them out there just grinding.
Is it still ready to just SmackDown, Raw, like all that still applies, or is it a whole?
There's too many. Like there's NXT. There's Saturday something. Like I'm like,
yeah, I can't keep up.
Let's go back to Backlash. Just regular. Has Ivan sent you that?
No, I don't think
the Backlash thing. It's like a self-promotion thing. Like when they were trying to promote Backlash, the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
It just shows each character like this. They're like, Joe's John Cena. He's like, at Backlash. And then the next thing, and it shows like Shawn Michaels like, Backlash.
Oh, every version of them saying
every version. But it shows the two most animated characters. It shows Edge. He's like, he puts his glasses down and he's like, at Backlash, You're like, oh, Edge, you're
Stop.
trying way too
Way
hard.
too hard.
Then after that, it just shows Triple H and his hair is like
In his
all in
face.
front of his face, and he's like, at Backlash. He's like trying. I'll have to send it to you after.
Yeah.
I die laughing. Me and Ivan, every now and then when we answer like FaceTime calls, I'll just see his face just super close to the camera, and he's like, at Backlash.
Oh man, good times.
I don't know what it was, man. I think it was just like there was nothing like that on TV, like
Yeah.
fighting and I don't know if it's just that little inner boy in you that you just want to wrestle and
Maybe it also was just cool at the time. I think the game also made it like not literally the game, but the video game made it just it just made it. I don't know when we stopped watching though. Like when we were like, okay.
I can remember probably when I stopped was probably right around when Eddie Guerrero died. I think Eddie Guerrero died, and there was like a couple more after that I would watch. I think it was like Batista was kind of like running it with like Rey Mysterio. They were like going at each other, and I'm like, this is weird. But that's kind of when I was done. I was like, I'm not gonna watch this anymore. But I wasn't like religiously watching it, like Monday Night Raw, just rolling up to the TV. I just remember like that my birthday. It's the one of the biggest ones is I've always known you. You're always someone really cool. 6th grade, I remember we were just always really cool. You weren't my best friend, but you were just someone cool that I played at school with.
Yeah.
We played wall ball. You were always on the other side of the wall. With your friends.
Yeah.
I don't know who you played with.
I don't even remember.
But I know every now and then our side would challenge your side. You guys had the shaded area. We had the but we'd run over there and people would run over there for whatever side. But then we'd end up playing each other and it was always fun. I was like, I always liked that Myles guy. You were in my 5th grade class. Do you remember our 5th grade teacher?
So Callinshaw was 4th. Yes, I forgot her name, but
she had 2 names.
She had 2 names.
Yeah, because she got married. She got married.
Oh,
yeah.
What was her name?
Miss Gonzalez is her, and then it was Mrs. Kabatahe.
I didn't have Mrs. Kabatahe. I had Mrs. Gonzalez. Or did we rotate?
I think that was both of her names.
Oh. Oh, yes, it was the same because she got married. Got it. No.
You sat by the door. You sat by the back door.
Was that her? She was mean, right? Like she was.
Yeah, she's kind of mean. Yeah,
ruthless. Not ruthless. That sounds bad, but she was just not.
We had to go do the garden.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of playing out PE.
Yeah,
we'd be tending to the garden.
Like, what is this, bro? I forgot though. Was that 5th grade or 6th?
That was 5th grade.
Oh,
6th grade, I think was. You were in Hoyt.
Nah. That doesn't
no?
sound right.
No, that does sound right.
Because was 6th grade a rotation?
6th grade was a rotation.
Dude,
so 6th grade was like if you were in Diamond.
I was in Diamond because it was like
yeah, you were smart.
it was clubs. It was
clubs.
Was it spade?
Diamonds.
I was whatever the 3rd tier was, and I thought that was Diamond.
No, Myles, you were not in the 3rd tier.
It was 4th. No, I'm saying from the top. Top.
Oh, okay. You were at the top.
I wasn't in clubs.
Because Hearts was at the lowest.
I wasn't in Hearts. Yeah, I think I was Spades. I mean, it was like clubs, Spades, Diamonds, Hearts. Whatever the name was. But
I thought you were in the second or the 1st.
So the 2nd. So I think that was Spades or Diamonds. I can't remember what it was called though.
I think it was Diamonds because I was in Hearts for the first little bit, and then they were like, "We're gonna move you up to Spades." I was so happy. I was like, "This is my life has changed.
It's improved."
Yeah, because we had to rotate.
That's right. That's right. We
Like
had to
I would still
rotate.
go. Like your home class, I think was like Mr. Hoyt or someone else.
Dude, that
But
name, I know him, but it wasn't.
he was a dude. But
He was.
he was the only sixth grade teacher that was a guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I remember him because of his name, and I probably picture what he looks like. I know I had a female teacher.
Maybe you
Homeroom.
did. But
I don't
yeah,
know,
I remember like the homeroom. Everybody had their homeroom, but it was on like your grade level, kind of like if you were good.
Yeah.
And I think you were in diamonds. I was in hearts, and I remember just being crushed. I'm like, I'm so dumb.
He said so crushed.
As soon as I got moved up to spades, I remember I was just like, I wanted a press conference. I wanted to be just like, man, guys, you don't understand. I'm away from the losers now.
Like you don't get it, bro. Life is improved.
I've made it.
It's serious. It's serious to be in those tiers that young. Like,
remember 7th and 8th grade, there were tiers too.
There were tiers.
There was like Crusaders and.
Oh yeah, dude, bringing me back, man.
That one, I ended up in the dumb one too, and I was like, "Gosh darn it, I'm stupid." Then I moved up. Halfway through the year, I went, "I'm moving up, dude. Progress."
Hell yeah, bro.
I used to make people would be like, "Dude, you're kind of dumb." And I'm like, "I'm gonna make it.
Trust me,
I'm
man.
gonna make it to the next tier, man."
Oh, jeez, that's funny, bro. That's so funny.
Yeah, too funny. I don't even know what you're talking about, but hey, how did you feel about Belichick not making it into the Hall of Fame?
Oh boy, I
have two thoughts.
I have two thoughts as well. Too many thoughts. I thought when I first saw that, I saw it on my phone. I said, "No way, it's false." And it was from the app, and it was, I was like, "Okay, he's not a first ballot."
And this is the thing I want to tell the people. It's not like he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's just not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right. And for those that don't know what first ballot means, it simply just means your first year of eligibility to be entered into the Hall of Fame. So there's different rounds, there's different years. And so typically if you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, that just means there's no question, like guarantee. It's not even a thought process that goes into it.
It's a tier. It's a tier. Like if you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, that is
you've done everything possibly you could have done in your career to be as great as you could be. And
you're one of the great ones. I would say also too, like one of the great ones.
You're one of the great ones. And so it's just an eligibility year. And so for those that don't know Bill Belichick, or not really football fans to understand what we're talking about, Bill Belichick is a coach, and he's won 8 Super Bowls in his career. The most that any coach has ever won by far. Like I think he's like 4 or 5 rings or Super Bowls above the next coach in that tier.
Wait. So he won how many with the Patriots? 6?
He's won, I think 6 with the Patriots, and then 2 prior to that. I forgot where he was as a coordinator.
The Bills.
No, he didn't win with the Bills. We know that.
No, yeah, you're right. New York.
Yes, I think
he was with Bill Parcells.
I think that's what it was.
I think he only won 1, so he has
total Super Bowl rings.
7 Super Bowls in total.
That's it.
1 as a coordinator.
So it says 6 as head coach, 2 as assistant. He has won 2 with the Giants, 21 and 25. I get, yeah, 9 appearances, 8 wins. So you see that and you go,
wow, yeah,
like not even a second thought. Like it's almost like, okay, who's the person after we have to submit, because it's just an easy set in stone. Well, after hearing the reasoning from some of the folks that voted or not voted for him, a lot of it had to do with the Deflategate and the cheating scandals that the Patriots went through.
The film gate,
all that stuff. And so there were basically a lot of allegations with them cheating through some of those Super Bowls. And so folks that have the power to vote for you to get into the Hall of Fame said no in terms of first ballot as a punishment. for those.
Yeah.
And so when I heard that, I said, well, then, and so they did the same thing with Robert Kraft, and Robert Kraft is the GM or owner of the Patriots, so kind of the same tier. And so now you're going to ask yourself, where the hell is Tom Brady going to go?
What are they going to do to Tom?
What are they going to do with Tom?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with Tom. I think when Tom won with Tampa Bay, that might, change the way people's perception is.
I really do, Myles. I think that Tampa Bay one might make the difference, which is kind of crazy we're saying that. I do think
right.
My two thoughts were, I do think that Bill Belichick I don't think there's any coach next to Andy Reid that has made that much of an impact in the modern day football era. I think there's been some really, really good coaches. You have Tony Dungy.
Yeah.
You have I'm trying to even think.
You get Bill Cowher, Tony Dungy.
Bill Cowher.
What was
yes.
the coach for the Cowboys that got in a riff with Jerry Jones? I'm blanking on
Jimmy
it. Jimmy
Johnson.
You have good coaches all over. But
and I just think that you put all their stats together, it still does not fully add up to putting people over Bill Belichick.
Right.
I think Bill Belichick has done it as an assistant, and I think he's done it as a coach. That was the big knock on Tom, is that you've been in a system your whole time, and we don't think you can win without Bill. Well, he won one without Bill, so it's kind of that.
The next year. Like,
yeah.
it wasn't like, time player. No. That following year, the NFC,
yeah, he won.
He ran with the NFC South and won it all. So against the Chiefs,
the Chiefs, yes,
on their way up
to a back-to-back Super Bowl. So it is crazy that he didn't get first ballot, but I can understand why he didn't get it, is because he's not the most friendly dude.
Yeah.
He has not been the guy to represent the NFL. It feels like he's always been just kind of himself. And I think when it comes to first ballot Hall of Famers and all those guys, that's why I think they'll give it to Tom. Because Tom has put the NFL kind of on his back for a very long time. And it's not fair. I don't think it's fair, but what's not fair in this life,
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think
it's one of those situations. It was because I believe Ivan texted me and he's like, dude, it's crazy that they didn't give it to him. And I was like, it's not crazy, bro. Like, there's a lot of things that I think he rubbed people the wrong way. Leaving organizations, him and Bill Parcells, the way he left that situation wasn't good. He did have other coaching jobs besides the Patriots, and he wasn't too successful, but his most successful was the Patriots, and he needs to be rewarded for that, and I think he will be in the Hall of Fame, but it just kind of sucks he won't be in the first ballot.
Yeah,
but
it was crazy. Because, like, what do you do with, so it's Tom, and then what about the player? Like, so now we get into the player aspect of, like, I mean, the players play, and so ultimately they're not the ones making those decisions for the cheating scandals. They're playing the game, and so if you're going to impact Tom Brady, does that do the same thing for Gronk? Are we doing the same thing for Brewski? Are we doing the same thing for any of those other players that, like,
how far does it go down?
How far does it go down? If Tom can't get in,
I really do think if Tom doesn't get in, that will be
first ballot.
Wow. I think the NFL is being a little petty. The voters and I already think they are with Bill. I think Bill should be a first ballot, but him cheating and stuff like that, I could see why they did what they did. I just don't think it's right. But I could see it. I could see why they did it.
Yeah, it's a punishment for those years.
But
I
it's just it's so
crazy
crazy that's one of your best coaches
ever.
in the NFL's history,
Yeah,
and you're just not gonna give him his shine.
yeah.
They're gonna give him his shine when they want to. But yeah, I think they'll give it to Tom. Um, Another thing I wanted to tell you was, do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes, sir.
Have you watched the Buccaneers documentary?
I know. Is it with Todd Bowles?
It's 50 years of
Oh,
documentary.
50 years.
So it's when the Bucks started and all the way till present day. Phenomenal documentary,
Oh, I
Miles.
gotta watch it then.
Phenomenal. It's so good. Like it goes through like the down years, like the really bad years of starting out, and then them like
Raise
their
the
ownership
flags.
changing,
Ooh.
Chucky being there as the coach, Gruden and stuff, Mike Allstott, like Rondé Barber. It just goes through all of it, even the recent Super Bowl. It's just really cool. And if you're a Bucks fan, I feel like
Oh man, I'm watching that. I'm looking at like
it's so cool.
I just like pulled it up and it just gives like a quick highlight of like what to expect. Man, I'm already hyped
I
for
think
it.
it's up there for me documentary wise as Last Dance.
Oh man,
Like
that's big words, Cody. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
it's so good. Like you're watching the rise and the fall of
An
like
organization,
the Buccaneers and the organization, and
because man, that
to be
last
honest,
dance.
a very successful um organization that had so many bad years to win in the times that they won. Um it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. They go into Mike Evans' story a little bit. Um how his dad was killed and stuff. It's just, man, it's heart-wrenching, some of it's like uplifting. I'm not gonna lie to you, Miles, like there's a point I cried, like on some of the stories, because it was just like, man, like
Wow,
football, man, like those guys give their all,
that's their
man.
life. Like
Like,
that's their life. Like it's not
yeah,
like, oh, I'm gonna do this and have a livelihood of millions of dollars.
especially the older
These
players,
older
bro. Like
ones,
they
they
weren't
gotta
making
grind,
money.
especially the rookie deals. Holy
Oh,
crap! They just well,
it,
even just like Demarcus Lawrence just came out with a story, and apparently, when his first 3 years, he got broke in the NFL, and his
yeah.
dad said, "Are you stupid? How?" Called his financial agent, was like, his agent was like, "Yo, you got $0 in your account."
Oh man.
And his father was pissed at him. It eventually he like, all right, next year he did like got 14 sacks or something crazy, got rewarded for like a 3-year $40 million whatever it was. But again,
Yeah.
that was more of like his stupidity and spending,
Hmm.
and being kind of famous and what comes with it. But it's just like there's certain people out there, even there's certain people in this game today that like, of course, money comes with it, so that's what you want. You always play to make sure you're financially set and your family. But like football is everything. This is all they know how to do. And like you said, back then, they're not getting paid what the players getting today, and
No.
their heart is in this sport. Like it's this. There's nothing else they know how to do, can do at this elite level. So I respects to the elders out there that play football. I can't wait to see this actually. So I'll probably check it
It's
out
good,
today.
bro. Like I said, I have it up there with like
The Last Dance, which is great.
Last Dance.
Which is
Like Last
great,
Dance is one of my favorite sports documentaries.
dude.
Um, Up there with like Duke Lacrosse documentary was really good, but this one was like
It's up there.
just laying out 50 years and putting it in all these episodes. Um, and I'm a sucker for history, dude. Like I love sports history and where these guys have come from. Um, the GMs talking about when they traded up for him or when they looking at this guy in college, and I just love it, man. And you being a Bucks fan, you're gonna love it too. Like it'll make you appreciate your team a little bit more and
Mm,
understand like, man, it's hard to get to the top. It's hard.
yeah.
Like and the things that you have to do to get to the top and how quick you can go down because you risked everything to get to the top. Sometimes you don't win when you get to the top. So it's like
take a chance.
you took a chance and you did everything you needed to do, and all of a sudden now you're just staring at some other guy that was recently on your team winning a Super Bowl, and you're like, what the heck? I could have been there with him. There's some of those moments in that because the Bucks were so bad, they were just a pool for other teams. Like basically, it's like Bucks were drafting really well, but they just couldn't win the game, so they'd have to get rid of those players. And then when they got rid of them, you're just watching those players be successful somewhere else,
That's
and you're
crazy.
like, imagine if you're still on that team. You're like, I know we could be winning playoff games, and it's just dumb decisions on owners' part. But then when they finally got the owners that like changed the jerseys, those owners, the Glazers, like I don't know, it just make you appreciate
the Bucks a little bit more.
the Bucks a little bit more,
as
and
an
kind of like, man,
organization. I just want to ask you this one final question. It's Todd Bowles in this documentary. There's nothing about him that I'll appreciate. Probably moving forward.
bro, I what, and you know how I feel about Todd Bowles. Like there's certain times where I'd watch him and I'd go, why is he smiling? Why is he like acting awkward and stuff?
Yeah.
This will not make you appreciate him, or like you're not going to be sitting there going like, man, I appreciate this guy, but it'll make you like, wow, perspective, and also like, wow, like I think he's a better defensive coordinator than a
head coach.
But I think he's a good coach, and I think he's the reason why they won their Super Bowl. Just off of his defensive coordinating. And when you watch the documentary, you kind of understand it. Like, man,
I love him as a DC.
Yeah. It's just head coach. I just don't think he's got it. He's not outspoken.
Yeah.
He's very quiet.
Emotions don't tend to. Yeah. I get you.
But man, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's good, man.
Man, yeah. It's as a Bucks fan, obviously, like every year, obviously you kind of just go, oh, let's see who in the NFC South.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the one team that wins 9 games because no one gets to 10. And see who goes in the playoffs, and that's our Super Bowl. It's like who wins the NFC South. It's like it's gonna come down to the Falcons and Panthers, Buccaneers.
Yeah, I think you guys had a good team this year. You guys just way too many injuries.
Yeah,
and timing
was
of the injuries were the worst.
Yeah,
it's like soon as one player would get healthy, another player would go out. You know, and it's like Baker. I feel like had a good year, but he just couldn't. He didn't have his weapons all at one time.
He also was hurt. He was nursing a consistent shoulder. And like he's tough, but like I love Baker. Like I like him as my quarterback. Do I think he is the top 10 quarterback? Can he play like it? Absolutely, he can at times. But is he? No. Let's just be real. But I think we can win with him with our weapons if everybody's healthy.
I really do. I really do think you guys can win too with him. It's going to be the right pieces. It's going to be the right defensive players,
right timing,
that
right
put
coaches.
You guys over the top.
Yeah. We lost our great coordinator, which is why this past year was tough offensively. And Liam Cohen, he became a head coach for that Jacksonville Jaguars, and they were much improved this year. Right now, they look scary in the AFC South. So
yeah, they were much improved offensively this year,
and because of that guy. So that Baker had his best year with him last year, the year prior to this past season. But I think now that we have Zach Robinson, we'll see how that looks, but hopefully we can stay healthy because that kind of killed us this year.
Well, what's crazy too, bro, is I didn't know that Mike or Shanahan and Sean McVay were in John Gruden's system at Tampa Bay. He was legit.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
He had them in their system somewhere. Like they were doing like assistant work, learning like
okay.
from coordinators. Like they weren't coordinators, but they were like assistant to the DB coach, or like, and it's just crazy to see the coaching
Wow,
lines
that's crazy.
that to see. And I think that's the thing that's very impressive about Tampa Bay is that they have picked some really good coaches and defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators. Because if you look where they all have gone, you're like, they've all been successful outside of the Tampa Bay, but just when they left Tampa, like they did well. Well, because they were successful in Tampa as a coordinator and then they left.
Right.
But just to see all the coaches that have come, like Herm Edwards, dude, like just so many coaches that have come through Tampa. Tony Dungy, like everybody, they've all been through Tampa. It's pretty crazy. It's
I
wild,
gotta
actually.
watch that. Now you got me hyped for it.
It's really good, really good. Any football fan out there, Raise the Flag, I think it's called,
Raise the Flags
on Amazon Prime. It's a good watch. There's a lot of episodes, but it's a good sit there and watch maybe one or two episodes, have it on, and if you love history of sports, it's awesome. But
cool, thank you.
All right, man. Well, let's get in a little bit of NBA. We just had the trade deadline.
Yes, we did.
This is always a fun time for NBA people. Your teams are going to make these moves to end the season, kind of with these moves, and see if you can get the right pieces to help your team, or this is a time where you're selling off. Like, I want to say it was the Wizards. They were selling, like they were just like, we're gearing up for 1 to 2 years next year. What were there some impressive moves that you saw at all, or were there? It was a little bit of a lackluster, in my opinion, of a trade deadline. But there was a lot of little moves, that I think could shape the NBA. But was there any moves that you were impressed with or not impressed with? Like that, what are they doing?
I think, and I don't know how I feel about this particular move yet with the Warriors and the Hawks. So the Hawks gave them Porzingis, and the Hawks in return got Kuminga and Buddy Hield. I got to see how Porzingis fares well. I know the Warriors been needing a big for a while. It's just they got a big who's injury prone. He's 7'3", sharpshooter. When he plays well. But there's something about when you have a talent like Porzingis and he's being, again, passed around. Like, how many teams has he been on? You're like, well, the reason why he keeps getting traded is because he can't stay healthy. He's not playing. And so what makes that kind of a weird situation is, okay, if you're going to make that move, what other moves are you going to make? I just thought it was weird for this year. So, I'll see how it plays out, but it didn't move me in any direction. If anything, I thought the Hawks have been looking pretty well without Trae Young. And having Kuminga, hopefully, I think Kuminga's a really good player. We'll see what he looks like when he has more play calls for him, more minutes, see what he looks like. He does everything, defense, offense. And so Buddy Hield's just a sharpshooter as well. So I think in that trade, the Hawks won, but I guess time will tell.
I think the Hawks, like looking at the Minga trade, I didn't understand it. I'm on the other, like, I'm like, why didn't we just try to make it work? With the Warriors.
The current team with Kuminga?
Yeah, he's a talent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Yeah.
He's talented, so I don't understand. And maybe that's a little bit of Steve Kerr. Like, this could be something that is his fault in the end because he just didn't think that guy fit into his system.
Yeah.
But he was such a talent that I just kind of felt like you got to try to make it work and try to build around him a little bit. Draymond's getting older. Like, Curry's getting older. Like, everyone's getting older in that organization.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like what you should have done in that position is get a draft pick. But you went out and got an older guy that gets hurt. So it was kind of a weird, like, I guess you want to win now. I don't know. Like, it's like half in, half out of winning now. Like,
Dude,
well, if
yeah.
you just didn't get, I don't think they got back what they just gave away. They
Yeah, that's what
they just gave away
you
talent,
just get,
you
and then
know.
got someone who's injury prone. I just that
Hmm.
I question their moves. It doesn't make sense to me, like you said. So I didn't like it for their side. I liked it for the Hawks. So in that kind of realm, I think whatever Cleveland's doing, hey man, I think they got James Harden. We'll see how that looks. I just think he's gonna fit well with that system. One, he doesn't have to be the main scorer. That could be
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell. Two, he has two bigs he could feed off of, and he's a great assist player. And three, the team has great defense. He doesn't have to be a hard-nosed defender. I think
yeah,
that might look well. But them getting Keon Ellis from Sacramento King, I thought that was one of the biggest moves. I've loved Keon for a long time. He's a
yeah.
he's a I guess 3-and-D player.
Did they get
Uh
another guy in that trade too?
they did. Let me see if I can find out who it was. I think they
It's
got
Keon
Schroeder.
Ellison. That's not a bad
Is that
pickup
who
too.
they
A
got?
good vet.
Schroeder?
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
got
got
Schroeder.
Schroeder. Yeah. I do like
I'm
DeAndre Hunter though. I'm not, them losing
yeah.
him big time, but no, I think the Cavs moves have been well. I guess I'll ask you this because I don't know how I feel about it yet, but like the Thunder getting McCain from the
Hmm.
76ers, how do you feel about that? Forgot who they gave up though for that. But
Hopefully they didn't give up too much.
no, they gave up a second round.
That's not bad.
That's
I mean,
easy.
you got to think like the Thunder are in a position where they still have a lot of their pieces,
Yeah.
so you don't really need to shake up too much. You just need to kind of fill some gaps that you feel like you can get better at. I just feel like the 76ers, like every trade deadline and every time in the free agency, I just I don't understand their moves. I don't understand what they're trying to do. Give up or don't. Like it kind of feels like they're giving up and then they don't. Um,
Yeah. McCain's a young player.
I think they need a serious rebuild. Like stick with George, and just get what you
Uh,
can get for Embiid, um, and rebuild. Um, what's it, Maxi? Yeah, just
Stick with him.
keep Maxi, and maybe if you could try to move George, but I don't know if anybody wants that. Um, but I feel like go into a serious rebuild. Try to rebuild. The later that they keep trying to delay the inevitable, you're wasting Maxi's talent.
Yeah. Embiid's injury prone. He's not going to stay healthy. Paul George, I mean, just got suspended for 25 games. So we'll
Yeah.
see. What he should have never done is do a windmill 360 pregame dunk because someone said, just yesterday, you you dropped 13 points and you look like you were struggling to, find your knee. The next game, you did a
Yeah.
windmill 360. I looked like you was back in the Pacers. Nah, test him.
Someone said investigate
Test
that
this
man.
man. Test this man. And it came back positive. And I'm sitting there going, what are we doing? So I think that's like you said, Cody. I don't know what they're doing. McCain is a young player. He's a good player. I think
Keep that
he's a
player.
good point guard. I understand if you're like, look, him and Maxi together, if you're like, I don't think they'll work together, fine. If that's your belief, fine. But for a second round pick, whatever. But having George, having Embiid, it's tough to build around them. What value can Embiid bring now? What value can George bring now? Because I need players that are younger, spry,
Yeah.
and not injury prone. You got couple of the most injury prone players, and Maxi's gonna be like wasting his year. So, like you said, dude, I think
At some point Max is going to be like, I want out of here.
right,
And then you're going to have to do a full rebuild.
right,
When I feel like right now you can or maybe 2 years ago, in my opinion, when Maxey started doing well.
Yeah.
I think you should have just said, let's cut our losses here. Let's not sign Paul George. Let's just go ahead and trade off an Embiid for whatever we can get out of him. If we can get first round picks, you're not going to get players for him.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get some young talent, but I just feel like sometimes the NBA, why these teams shoot themselves in the foot is like, just go into rebuild. Why are you trying to salvage this? Don't salvage it. Why is Portland starting to do a little bit better? Well, because
They got young.
they got to go into full rebuild mode. So they did.
Right. You got to have chemistry.
They traded off a lot of their assets.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have some players out there you're like, why did they sign them? Well, they got to get money on the books. But you look at most of their team, they're young. Charlotte, they're starting to put some together.
Hey, slowly but surely.
Because their chemistry is there, and that's what you want out of a young team. That's why I think right now with Cleveland, I think they're seeing the writing on the wall. Okay, Donovan Mitchell's only getting older. We can't load bear him. So let's go out and get a vet like Schroeder, Harden, and you said Ellis too.
Keon Ellis is a young 3-and-D guy.
He's a young guy.
Yeah.
So you bring in those guys,
get great
you
minutes.
fill in the cracks.
Yeah.
You fill in the cracks. You are looking at the East as they are now favorites of the East because of on paper how they look. I truly do believe that there's just certain teams out there that make these trade deadline moves where I'm sitting there going, like the Warriors, why are you guys making these moves? Why'd you make that move? And if you did make that move for Kuminga, I wanted to see first round pick, second round pick, and trading off some money. Because then you're telling Steph, hey, Steph, I'm sorry. Jimmy got hurt this year. We're not going to make it.
We're not making, not in the West. Oh, we're not. It's just too much of there's nothing the Warriors can do now. Obviously now, they didn't even have good pieces to really ship anything. Like their best move in terms of trying to salvage this year, I think was the move they made. It's unfortunate.
And Porzingis might prove us wrong, Myles. Like he might have an awesome, healthy year the rest of the year. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Right.
But he's a solid player. But like you said, gets hurt.
That's it. That's his only. This is only Achilles' heel. No pun intended.
Everywhere he's went, it's been like, wow, I think he can really make a difference here. And then he gets hurt, and you go, man, they were counting on him to be something there.
Yeah.
Even I'm looking at right now for the Bucks. You have Giannis saying, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Move him. I felt like they should have moved him in the offseason.
Last year?
Yes. You would have had teams throwing whatever they wanted at him. But I think they didn't get many teams throwing much at him because they're kind of sitting there going, I'll just go at him when he's when he becomes a free agent. What now the Bucks lost all their bargaining chips. When if they would have done it earlier, it's kind of like the Michael Parsons trade. If you would have just done it earlier, you don't lose your bargaining chips.
Yeah.
You could have got more out of this deal.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the biggest thing with a lot of the NBA teams. They wait to move on it because they're like, man, we could still win maybe. And you're like, what you have on paper right now or what you have on your roster is not going to keep Giannis there. He's not going to want to stay there.
Yeah.
And any move that you make now, unless it's huge, a Super Bowl or a finals guy that you know is going to get you to the finals, which I still think that the Bucks are like several players away.
Yeah, they're multiple. They're not. But with Doc
Getting
Rivers at
Myles
head coach,
Turner, in my opinion, that wasn't the problem. Like, I felt like that's not your problem. You needed to go get better guards. Ever since you lost Chris Middleton and you lost Holiday,
that was the big one.
you guys haven't been the same.
That was the biggest one, is Holiday.
Which I don't understand. Just, it wasn't flashy. I think what the Bucks were doing wasn't flashy, but they won. So it just, I don't know. That's when people don't pull the trigger on sometimes getting rid of their star, I know it's going to hurt. But that's why I can kind of commend a team like Portland going, we love Lillard. That guy was our franchise.
Yeah.
But at some point we have to get back capital. We can't sit any longer. And they got capital back, and he's with the team again. So it's like, just sometimes you have to move your star. Sometimes it has to happen.
Yeah.
Especially when that star is saying, I'm done.
It's 100% agreed. I think the hardest part that they ran into this past offseason was he basically did say that, and then also in the same breath said, I didn't ask to be traded. I don't want to be traded. You're like,
Yeah.
be honest. Like, bro, we know that you want to be traded. You're saying it, but you're not.
And
you're really, because you've already made hints, right? And it's like, so the organization goes, huh, well, if he doesn't want to be traded, who can throw us the kitchen sink? And no one threw them, especially now since the NBA trade.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about, he has a hurt calf. Well, that leads to Achilles heel injuries. We just saw that with Jason Tatum, saw that with Lillard, seeing this with all the guys, seen this with AD just recently, and you see the Klay Thompson. Like, all of them started with a calf injury, and it escalated. And so it's like, well, now the thing is too, like, I know, like, Miami didn't make any moves. I didn't expect them to do it because, again, they don't make great splashy moves like that without thinking about it diligently, and so they won't pull any trigger unless they're sure this is the right trigger for the organization, how they want to move forward. So the offseason this upcoming year, we'll see, because we'll have more draft capital to pull some triggers for Ja or Giannis, if that's what Pat Riley wants, if that's what Spoelstra wants, if that's what our owner wants. So who knows what they're going to do? But like you said, the Giannis thing, you sit there and go, like, some teams will try to, probably in the offseason, throw the kitchen sink if they have great trade picks and value for Giannis or a player like that. He's still young. He's still one of the best in the league. Like, you can't really pass up on that opportunity if that's what but the Bucks are going to ask for. I mean, I want breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert for Giannis.
And that's what you should do. And I don't think Giannis is right in this situation either. Like, he's kind of been a little wishy-washy on what he wanted with the Bucks organization.
Right.
So it's kind of the same thing I felt about Jimmy Butler. Like, I kind of felt like at some point, Jimmy, like, just play ball or leave, bro. And it kind of felt like it's just a mess.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes with the NBA, they let these stars really dictate the organizations more than any other sport.
Player empowerment's huge in NBA.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when they don't get held accountable a little bit, when it's like, no, you ran this organization to the ground, not the general manager. You were telling the general manager what you wanted. You wanted this, and this, and this, and then they got you that. So you wanted a Lillard. We got you a Lillard. What happened? You guys look terrible. So it's like, sometimes I think people want to be like, well, Giannis just wants out of there. Get him out of there. And it's like, no, I think he should be to blame too. The way he's doing this is he's forcing the Bucks' hand on it. When I felt like at some point the Bucks should have seen the writing on the wall and said, we're just gonna have to try to take what we can get with Giannis in this offseason, and let's try to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think ultimately losing Drew Holiday,
Yeah, I just didn't understand that. I never understood it. Trading him for who did they trade him
Lillard.
for? Yeah, I just never.
It's hard because you lose your defensive touch without. I think like when I first saw the move, I was like, wow, that's going to be a dangerous combination with Lillard and Giannis together. I really thought that.
Yes, I did too.
So like it's hard to say like for me like especially in the East, I'm going, dude, this is Lillard's best chance, and if he goes all out like he wants to win a ring, I think this is the best opportunity he's got. The team that was constructed at that time, the little day of the trade outside of Drew Holiday, although that team can compete with Boston because Boston was the best team, of course, at that time. My reservations are still with Doc Rivers. I don't believe he's the right coach really for any team in the NBA.
Well, that was kind of weird too. Like they got rid of their coach,
which I thought was good. David Griffith. Oh wait, no, it wasn't his name. I forgot his name, but he was a good coach prior to Doc. Like they were doing well.
Yeah, I think they were like 17-10 or something when they got rid of them.
They had a winning record.
It wasn't crazy,
right?
Or 17-9. Like it wasn't crazy. Yes, they were trending on the downward, but the rest of the season they didn't look any better with Doc.
It looked worse,
so,
actually.
I'm with you with Doc. I feel like Doc has lost his touch.
Yeah.
As a coach, I really do think a lot of his success, most of Doc's success, was off the back of really, really, really good players. So let's look at the players. Kevin Garnett, at the end of his career,
Paul Pierce.
I mean, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen,
Rajon Rondo.
Rondo,
Petrus, Kendrick Perkins. Like the team, it was disgusting.
Glenn Baby Davis,
Glenn Davis, bro.
At that time, and then Nate Robinson, like that team was a really good team. All you got to do is kind of figure out when you need to sub these guys in and out, and who plays better together,
and who stays healthy, like all that work.
Then you look at his other teams. Okay, you look at the Clippers. I mean, come on, bro. The Clippers, bro. The team that they had together.
Who was the team was it the
dude? He had Blake Griffin
those years. Yeah. The Lob City years.
Yeah. So Chris Paul, probably they say is one of the better point guard like minds of the game.
Yeah, Hall of Famer.
Blake Griffin, jumping out of the gym. DeAndre Jordan. I mean, who? I think they had Jamal Crawford.
That's my guy.
There's probably more that I'm leaving out.
Yeah. I forget. They had a squad though. I think again, but it was like that. I think it was so weird because in the playoffs again, like I don't know what goes on with Coach Rivers. Like I don't know if it's an adjustment thing. I don't know if it's like something doesn't click, like or people just get hurt. But Chris Paul got hurt every playoff, and so you said that we lost our guy. Now who's going to be our ball handler to get us past this Western Conference? And I think but it was tough. But like you said, I think the success is predicated off of that Hall of Fame team he had with Boston. I think he probably could still coach. I just think it runs on deaf ears at a certain point.
Yes.
And I don't know if there's in-game adjustments. I don't know if there's any adjustments ever made. Because why are you like the coach that loses all 3-1 leads? Why are you the only coach that has the most 3-1 blow?
Yeah.
You're like, some coach adjusted and said, well, we know what they want to do.
The Rockets, in my opinion, were probably one of the worst ones.
Was he the Rocket head coach?
No, he was the Clippers coach when they lost to the Rockets 3-1. Yeah. And Harden just went off on them.
And
that was Rockets Harden. Like he was.
Was it the Nuggets in the bubble?
Nuggets in the bubble. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I just feel like he's always had really, really good teams, And then when it comes, you look at the best coaches that ever coached in the NBA.
Yeah.
They always say when it comes down to, they've played these teams before, so they should have made adjustments to go, this is the best team I need to have on the court at this time, because this is my best versus your best, and then this is also the scheme that is going to make us the most successful. And sometimes you look at his scheme and you go, does he really even have a scheme? You live and die by your scheme sometimes. So it's like you look at D'Antoni, like he lived and died by his
threes,
scheme.
bro. He said, y'all gonna shoot.
And run and gun, we're going.
Throw it up.
Who cares about defense? Like, just run and gun, and we're gonna outrun you. We're gonna outscore you. But he lived and died by that. So when they would lose doing that, you would go, hey, that's their system, and they lost.
Yeah.
But sometimes with Rivers' systems, it kind of seems like he doesn't make those adjustments. But then he goes like this and goes, no, it was that player. It wasn't my fault. It was, hey, you know, it was the players. His press conferences just, man, I just, every time he gets up there, I'm like,
he's like, I coach. The players got to play. I mean, Doc.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and so sometimes I absolutely feel that way. You can't be James Harden and drop 31 one game and then drop 7 the next. It's just be
yes,
like, truly, there are moments where I'm like, Doc, you're absolutely right. But when it's a consistent theme with different players, there's a common denominator. And that common denominator, unfortunately, falls on the coach, because the category sticks with you of blowing 3-1 leads. It's not like you're getting blown 0-4. Losing,
Yeah.
you're like, from the start to end, you're like,
you were successful for 3 games.
You were successful for 3 games. And all you have to do is win 1 more. And for some reason, you just lose 3 straight. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, makes me think that other team made the adjustments and beat you.
Right.
And you didn't make any adjustments on to try to beat them again. You just kept playing your system.
Exactly. Right. And things
that was successful.
And things have to go your way. But like, you won 3.
Yes.
Like, you can't. And if it happens one time, fine. Hey, dude, whatever situation happened, maybe you were the worser team that found 3 ways to win, and then the other team buckled down, got maybe their players back. Your team got tired because you're not rotating, whatever. But when it happens like 4 to 5 times, you blowing leads.
in your career.
Like, at some point, we got to look at you and say, hey, look, dude, this is on your resume. You explained to me that you've had 400 players. You're telling me that all of them doing the same. They just not make. No. So let's call a spade a spade. So I don't know. I just feel like now that this team is not doing well in the season for the Bucks, I don't even know what the record is. Do you have a good record?
They're pretty low.
Are they? Okay. Well,
I think they're like the 10th or 11th seed or 12th
in the East.
Yeah, in the East.
Yeah. So I think this might be his last rodeo as a head coach.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, if he wants to join the booth, great. I think he's a good coach, his mind. But I think things just pass you by. And so
I can't hear him on the booth, man. What's going on?
I mean, actually, they're the 3 splits over here. Yeah, no.
I just say no.
Doc, say that again. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. I would love, as a Miami Heat fan, I would love to have Giannis on my team. I think him and Bam could definitely coexist. We'll see what we have to give up for him if we do go that route. But again, like, the Miami Heat is one of the only organizations that I could say, they kind of what you mentioned before. It's like your superstar is going to tell you this and tell you that. They're the one organization that will not do that. They've done it to Wade. They've done it to Bron. Those are the 2 biggest powerhouses in Miami that have come through Miami. They've done it to Jimmy. Like, they will hear you out, but they will not press a button unless it makes sense for the organization. And so that's where,
Yes.
one, I can respect it, but also two, you wait long enough, you're like, Jimmy was the guy, you got to build around him. And if something's not working after 2 years, I mean, help him, give him some help.
Yeah.
And so there's pros and cons, right? You're like, dang, dude, like we had our opportunity, but the window was just short because he was carrying in the playoff. I mean, carrying. And so we just needed another option. So that was kind of a bummer being the Heat fan. So I don't know if they'll make the move, Cody, to be honest with you. Do I want him to? Yes. Do I want Ja? If Ja's back to being Ja Morant and not injured off the court issues, I would like him as my point guard as well. But again, like Pat Riley, he stands pat. Like that's just true to his nature. He's just like, I'm not doing
and
it.
I think you guys not making a move at the deadline, I think that was good though.
Yeah, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad.
Yeah, because if you had to give up some of the players that we were talking on the phone about, I think it would have been bad to give up those players and be like, well, now we don't have depth. So it's kind of good because it seemed like that you guys were going to have to give up draft picks and
players.
Probably one of your three best players off the rip, and then probably a young player like I said, Ware. You're probably going to have to part with Ware, which I feel like that guy.
I love that guy, dude.
Is good for depth. I feel like he's good to have on your team. He's a good guy that's going to give you solid minutes, and he's going to hustle, and that's what you need. But you don't need a whole team full of hustle. And I feel like all your team right now is all hustle.
All blue collar. Check
all
in.
Blue
just
collar.
Check in. You're just like, I love it.
And I think those guys, I wish we had those on the Lakers right now. But
y'all need some. Y'all need somebody. I like Luke Kennard though.
Yeah.
I do like that was a big time move.
People are throwing shade on him, and I say, guys, come on.
Wait, why?
He's a 3-point shooter.
The Lakers are.
That's
like,
what we needed.
Or who?
Oh, Gilbert Arenas was going off on him, man. And I was like, man, come on, man. He's an NBA player, and he has.
Bro, he's a 3-and-D guy. What are we doing?
He's a 3-and-D, and that's what we need.
What's the problem?
I think honestly, bro, I think it's because he's white, bro. Honestly, I hate it.
First off,
I hate to say
I'm gonna tell you right now, the white dudes can. Hey, bro, 3 points,
Guns.
3-pointers, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would want a Luke Kennard. There were points of him being on Memphis I didn't like how he played, but there's a lot of things on Memphis I didn't like how they all played. I think that was honestly, you guys need a 3-point shooter. You gotta get him. I think maybe Dalton Connect maybe play some more, but he's also a cone on defense. I think DeAndre Ayton, soft. I just think right now, Braun at 41, he can only give you some nights.
Yeah.
Some nights. He'll only give you what he can. Doncic playing his lights out, but he's also fighting injuries because he's playing so hard.
He's an offensive guy, too. So it's like we got a lot of offensive guys.
Austin Reeves, offensive guy. Like none of these guys are defenders. Like they're not in your face. And so Lakers need a lot of moves. I think in the offseason they'll get they'll get it fixed because Braun won't be there probably. Get that cap space off. Dude, you could, like in this offseason, it could be a huge deal. Even if you keep Braun, he can't be at $52 million.
I think you could finally go out and get a center that you need.
I hope.
Go out and get two centers that you can rely on to be defensive centers. They don't need to score.
Just rim protectors,
just rim protectors that can score near the basket. That's it. I don't need you to shoot. I just need you to set picks, play defense, and when we give you the ball around the rim, you can dunk it. You can score.
If you guys can get like a Gafford, dude.
Yeah. Oh, Myles, don't talk about him.
He's never big,
He's
bro.
too good.
But he plays
I love
so
him, man.
hard, bro.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I think you could do. You got like there's in the off season, you guys will have opportunity. Again, even if you kept Braun and it kept him cheaper, like he's like at a minimum, you still have. Because I'm assuming he's going to leave, but if he doesn't, you just can't be at 52. He can't do it.
I just can't do it anymore, man.
Can't.
I can't.
He's got to retire.
Fan,
but he's not going
as
to.
a Laker fan, I just can't do it because and I'm not saying that LeBron's had like a terrible year. I'm not saying that at all. I don't want to say it. It's time to move on.
It's time to move on.
I think It's just time to move on. And I think, thanks, Braun, for getting us, the champ that you did, or the chip that you did. But it's time to move
Time
on,
to move on,
and it's time to
move forward.
You could do whatever you want in your career. I don't care. I don't care if you stay around for another 5. I just don't want it to be on the Lakers, man.
He can't stay for another 5. He just can't.
Let's just move. Let's move with Doncic now,
Yeah.
and let's start moving and making some pieces that fit. That's why when it would look like we were pressuring to get rid of Reeves. I was like, let's not talk about that yet until LeBron's gone.
Don't get rid of Reeves.
I don't want to. If there's something that's really good on the table and Reeves will benefit that deal, and we get someone really good in return.
Who would you want? So say
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't even know.
But somebody can play defense.
It would need. But that's why I wouldn't make any moves right now, because I don't know if there's something that is any better. So for me right now, if I saw a deal that really made me think different, I'd be like, wow, okay, if I need to part ways with Reeves, I will. But right now, there's nothing on the table for me that's going to make me want to part ways.
Yeah.
And I think not re-signing him, I think this might hurt us. I think he might want to leave.
Reeves?
Which I think that would be, I think that would be dumb for him, though, because he'll get tons of money to go somewhere, and if it doesn't fit a system that he fits well with, I don't think he's going to be successful.
No, I think, and that's the thing. I think I like Reeves. But 1, he's undersized. 2, he doesn't defend. So wherever he goes,
there's a problem on the defensive end.
He can't be your number 1. I don't care. No. Just because of those two, just because of the size and lack of defense, he can't be your number 1. Plus, whenever he does become your number 1 and score for 35 plus 40, he's always hurt after the game. I don't know if it's because he's just like, I have to put all of my body on the line to put all this effort into scoring. But it's not consistent. And so him as a third or second option, it's cool. I would say more third because he doesn't defend.
I would say third. I think if he went a team that I'm just thinking at the top of my head right now, if they paid to get him, is something like the Knicks. Like, Jalen is ball heavy. You can bring Reeves in to relieve a little bit of Jalen Brunson scoring and stuff, but you still have Cat, so you have that third option in Reeves. But it would have to be something to where he's not wearing any load. But I just don't. I think he fits with Luka. But with him, Luka, and Braun, it just feels like, man, it's they all three want the ball, and Braun is too old to be off ball right now.
Just right.
He can't play like he was in Miami.
No.
So
that'd be crazy if he was back then now. But yeah, he can't. He just, and so even Doncic, he's a column. Yeah, the Lakers have issues that they should address in the offseason. I'm what makes me nervous, Cody, is do I trust Pelinka to get the right moves? I'm hoping he can with the money. I don't trust him yet, though. One, I don't trust him because like some of these picks, I'm like the choices, I should say. I'm going, I don't like it to fit with the current roster construction. My thinking is that he's going to really rely heavily on Luka Doncic's input. And that's fine. Of course, that's the superstar and on your team, and he's going to be for LA for a while. It's just, I hope he makes a decision that he understands this is what Luka needs. If you want to look at how he played with Dallas, why he was so successful, how Dallas got to the chip, you had 2 bigs, you had defenders, you had wing shooters. I mean, that's just the nature of the game. It helped Doncic out. He didn't have to focus on. Obviously, he had Kyrie, so I mean, let's be real. No one's going to match Kyrie.
But that's the thing with Kyrie. Kyrie could help Luka offensively when Luka is resting. Luka's not going to be playing off ball, but Kyrie was a smart enough vet to understand where he can fit into the offense. Instead of getting a young guy that's trying to, someone like Reeves, it's kind of tough. Like, Reeves, you got to learn where you can be successful.
Yeah.
You got to play off ball, bro. Like, you got to find some places where you can play off ball. And I think he will. I think he will if he stays with the Lakers. But it's interesting. I think Pelinka's on the hot seat. I really don't think. I think year after year it kind of keeps looking like, okay, we get whatever coach, we get whatever, we keep blaming players. We need to start blaming general manager. I feel like he's putting these teams together that are, yes, did he get Doncic there?
I mean,
yes,
and that was given
I think
to
that
him.
saved, and I think that saved him another year.
Yeah,
I really do. I think if he's not successful this year,
I'll say next year. This year,
next year, or the year after that,
yeah.
I really do think that you have to move away from him and you have to go get someone that understands
basketball,
especially this offseason. If this offseason Braun signs on a minimum, I'm like, heck yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you keep him,
heck
dude.
Yeah,
That's
I'm down with that.
That'd be crazy.
We signed Reeves, and then we go out and sign 3 really good free agents,
dude,
that fit the offense and fit the defense. I'm in it. But if we don't this offseason, I have to start pointing the finger at Pelinka and go, you're not doing a good job, man. You're not.
Yeah.
You're clearly not. And I can't blame the coach. I can't blame LeBron. I can't blame Luka because you're not putting a team there for him.
Yeah.
So
I think I hear you. I've always been nervous about his input, or his choices.
He's business guy. He's not
roster construction guy.
Roster construction guy.
That's why he relies on the players to tell him what to do, which makes me nervous. Like, if I'm a GM, like, to me, it's almost like, why are you in this spot if I'm telling you, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to say, hey, look, dude, like, right, you can go to your team and go, hey, Doncic, this is what I'm thinking, right? You need this. This is how you were successful. If Doncic goes, no, I want this player, I don't know how the conversations go, but I can't imagine him going, and I don't know if that'll fit, but fuck it, let me pull it. And that's where I'm like, I need you to get some sort of backbone, brother, to help the Lakers out. The hardest part about being in an organization like the Lakers is they demand, just from historic,
winning.
You gotta win. So, like, I think in the mindset of, like, we can't rebuild because we have to win now, and you have Luka, that is a lot of pressure. I get it. But, like, there's moves that I'm just sitting there going, that doesn't fit because this player historically has not done this well. They don't do that well. And again, like, the money isn't there right now. So, like you said, this offseason has to be huge. I think for him to keep his job, because you have a superstar, you have players. Dude,
because that's the number one thing. That's the number one thing when you're rebuilding is like, okay, who are we going to rebuild around?
Luka's the best person.
So you already got your piece that you're going to build around. You already kind of have a second piece in Reeves that could be a 2 or a 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you already have these kind of pieces. You could potentially have a LeBron piece where he's a minimum player and we can rest him most of the year and give him opportunities where he comes in and shines. And you can go out and get these players that make Luka better and Luka makes them better. But I just don't think Pelinka's got that in his bag. I think he's a businessman. I think he's good at doing the business and talking. And I think that's why they got Luka. I think because he was good at talking. He found out how to talk. I think that's how he got LeBron there. He talked.
I mean, I think for Luka, it was almost in his lap. Because from what I hear, it was just like, you really giving me Luka? Like, stop lying. Yeah, dude, we'll give you Luka for AD. Say less. But like you said,
he got a call. He got a call basically saying that they wanted to sit down with him, and he's like, all right.
That's insane. If I'm a Mavericks fan, I'm livid to this day. But
I think in the end, I think the Mavericks will be the way that they've been kind of looking a little bit. I think they're going to be okay. If Cooper Flag plays to his potential, that everybody says he is,
stay healthy, man. It's the number one thing.
Stay healthy. I think they'll be okay, but they need to get some pieces for sure.
They'll build around him. Hopefully I trust them to make the right pieces after what they've already gotten. It's just
Yeah,
some of the moves because of I forgot his name that traded away Luka. That just killed them tremendously, especially with AD.
I just didn't like the way he moved about it. Like it was like
Nonchalant.
acting like that wasn't a weird move. It was like I think that's one of the weirdest moves you ever could
The
have made.
dumbest, actually.
And not knowing that you were going to get the first round pick. So it's everybody always kind of looks past that when I'm like,
There's something fishy
well,
about that to me.
guys, he didn't even know that he was going to get the first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
He didn't even know he was going to get Cooper Flag. So that makes him even dumber. Like, why did you do that?
Grand scheme of thing, yeah, it's
yeah, why'd you do that?
I think
you know,
for me, like I've always wanted. Not always. That sounds weird, but I think like one of my favorite players that I don't know if he's necessarily underrated or barely rated. He's definitely not overrated. I love Michael Porter Jr. That is one of my favorite players, and I always thought like he might could be a Laker one day because they know how to get players like that. I think that's one pick I would love to see Luka with is him and like Luke Kennard. Those to be the two shooters, three, and then they play they defend. He's 6'10", wing defender.
Yeah, he can spread the
They
floor.
spread the
for
floor.
Sure.
I just personally hope you guys get rid of DeAndre Ayton. I don't care how the rest of the season goes, and I don't care who's listening to this that's a DeAndre Ayton fan. Don't care. I want him off the team. I'm not even the biggest Laker fan. I do like the Lakers, but I'm saying I'm not like that's not my specific team, but I do obviously root for them as well.
Yeah, he's got to go.
I've seen too many lob passes that turn into somehow missed layup lob passes, and I'm just not a fan anymore.
And if he is on the team still, he needs to not be starting. That's a guaranteed
Bench,
not starting.
Rider.
Not
I'd rather
starting.
have Jackson Hayes start. Sorry. Love his energy.
He's pretty bad too.
I love his energy, even though he's not as good. It's just
great.
the energy of like dunking. He's trying. He's just undersized. So he's a certified backup for the rest of his career. I know that, but yeah.
Well, yeah, man, we did it. We did it.
Oh, we did it. Always do it.
We did. We went for it, man. Yeah, you got anything to say, anybody, or like some final closing messages or anything like that, man?
I guess, yeah. Shout out to Moms, man. She just got a promotion at her job. She's now a director. So that was, the first time in her career.
Heck yeah.
Was she looking for it? No. But she was just randomly awarded a $25,000 pay raise. So congrats to her.
Awesome, man.
She was very surprised, very emotional about it. Yesterday, she told me that she just got it. So, shout out to her for all her hard work. Something that she's now gonna look forward to and in her light career before she retires. So, God bless her and God's good. So appreciate that and that extra money for her, and she'll be happy about it. So
definitely to give her flowers too, man. She's been through a lot in her life too.
Yeah.
In her later years, and she deserves it, man, for sure. It's definitely someone that I can point to in a crowd and go, yeah, that person needs it. That person deserves it. They went through a lot, and she's especially when someone good gets that, you're finally like, you start to go, okay, there's good things that can happen in this world,
man. World full of hate and bad.
For sure.
You see a lot of the good blessings, and they can be minuscule, they can be huge. Just that's how you interpret it. And thank you, because she definitely needs it, and love to have it. So,
but my message I'll give out, man. J. Cole's got me in my feelings, man. A big part of the album, why I love it so much, is it's seeing someone at their highest of height. He's at the highest he can go. And he's preaching to me that sometimes it's not always the best at the top. So for this podcast, sometimes I get caught up in the hoopla of, man, I want to grow numbers and I want to be at the top. I want to have, people looking at my podcast. And he's telling me it's lonely at the top. So he's definitely giving me some cool perspective of that. Just keep grinding, but just don't forget yourself or don't lose yourself in the come up.
Yeah.
And just remember who you are at the end of the day. And it's kind of cool to see someone at the end of their road saying those things. And I'm looking, I want to get to that road up there. And he's like, when you get up here, though, just remember that you were still that same person
Right.
in that come up
Stay in
phase.
your
So
lane is kind of the,
yeah. Stay what made you successful,
Right.
man. And it's cool to see someone that felt like he lost a little bit of himself and now he's back to himself.
Mhm.
So shout out to J. Cole for making me feel that way.
Dang.
And
Jermaine.
and shout out to you, Myles, for coming on. I always appreciate it, bro. And yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Like and subscribe. It goes a long way. And yeah, go Rams.
Go Rams.
Peace out, y'all.